You started. We are here in the tool Textile ECO Calculator. We have the option to add an item or add weight. We will start with add item. Here we have the categories. So let's try and add some clothes. So we can add a coat, for example. We can add the amount here, say 3 coats. Here we can define their condition if they are worn, which is the worst possible that we can have, used, which is they are not worn, they don't have any tears. It is used, but it could be in a very good condition or almost new. We can also have the option to say cannot define the condition. So let's say these are 3 coats that are used, and the fabric, let's say mixed. We also have the option to say cannot decide, predominantly natural, cotton, predominantly man-made, polyester. Let's say mixed. Let's say it's a mix of, natural fabrics and polyester. We don't have to press calculate just yet. We can add more things. Let's add a t-shirt, like a few t-shirts. Let's say they're almost new and the fabric is predominantly natural. We can add a dress or a skirt, worn fabric, predominantly polyester, sweatshirts and other things. So you can see that it's pretty easy. We just press here and we keep adding to the list of things. So let's say it's used and I cannot decide. We can also keep the existing, items here, and on top of that, add, shoes and other things, sneakers. You see how many categories there are for the shoes as well. And let's see the filters. So we put ankle boots here. Let's say they're low. No, they're above ankle. The shoe types are women, because it plays also a part for the parameters. If it's a kid's shoe, you understand that it's significantly smaller. The sole, let's say it's normal. The material is artificial leather. The sole material, polyurethane. And we can choose heavily worn or well preserved. And then sneakers, again, low. Let's choose this, women. The shoe sole is platform. Material, let's say rubber, or no, textile. And sole material, artificial rubber. So now that we have all these items that we choose, we can add, textiles, small household textiles, tablecloths, pillowcases, plaids, or large household textiles. We can add toys, all of these things. This is as you understand, this is more time consuming, but it's for our personal use, for example, or for experimental purposes. But because sometimes we can, when we throw something in the textile collection bin, the bins that we see, in our neighborhoods or in recycling spots where they are just for textiles and household, fabrics. When we take a bag and we go to discard these items there, we can previously monitor, track, and remember or write down what we have collected. But otherwise, we can just weigh them and do this thing that we will see in the next up. So let's just do this quickly. I chose polyester and used, and let's see with this one, sheets, let's say predominantly cotton, and again used, and let's put 2 sheets here. So let's calculate now. If you play around with this tool, you will see that each time you will get different results, obviously, because this is based on calculation. So the environmental savings, which you can contribute to. So we see that from these few items that we just added there, the savings for CO2 are 141 kilos. This is saved carbon emissions from the production of new clothes and shoes, as well as from the decomposition of textile waste in landfills. This is equal to 88 liters of LPG emissions, which is used usually for cooking or heating, just from these 5-6 items that we added. The soil is 23 cubic meters. This is the arable land released from the production of raw material for the new clothes and shoes. This is equal to the land required for 37 kilograms of apples. And then the last one is more than 25,000 liters of water. This is the water necessary for the production of new clothes and shoes, for irrigating crops for raw materials, and for manufacturing processes and dyeing the fibers. This equals to the daily needs for 7,874 people. You understand that these facts, these calculations are something that is very useful for the children to see. These are metrics that are not random. They have been based, this tool that we are presenting here, it has been based on more than 2 years of studies and preparation to release it. And it's based on findings from European publications that have been made, and also from our own data that we use in our activities. This is very useful. It corresponds to true data, true facts, and it's very important for the children and for everyone really to understand the impact of the clothing industry in general to the environment. So we have more information here if you want to know how we created this tool. And let's try and calculate again now. So this time we will choose to add the weight. So this method is the easiest one. We just add the weight in kilos. So let's say that we had a bag of 25 kilos of clothes, which is really not that much. The condition should be used. And fabric, we can say that it's, okay, let's say predominantly polyester, for example. This is very simple and easy. This could be also an activity for you in the classrooms, for example. Say, if you decide that the children will bring some clothes that you can later all recycle, and each one brings a little bag, and then you can all weigh them, for the whole classroom, and say you have 100 kilograms, then you can also test it and see how much you have saved. Again, we have the CO2 emissions. We have the water. In this case, it says that it equals in 36 10-minute showers just from 25 kilos of clothing, and 18 kilos of plastic, which is equal to 2,272 one-time usage bags. If we add something different, we will get, again, as I said before, different results. Let's try one more. Let's say 34 kilos, almost new, and the fabric should be mostly cotton. The CO2, the soil, here we get the soil, and then this is very shocking, 236,640 liters of water just from 34 kilos of predominantly natural materials. And you can use this information to explain to the students, to the children, how the crop, like the manufacture, the textile clothing and the fashion industry starts from the crops. That's why we have also the soil, because as you know, it all starts from planting, like finding the soil, then planting the cotton, then watering this, which requires immense amounts of water. And then, of course, we have the other processes that require, water, in this case, for cotton, for dyeing and other finishes that the clothes require. So this is pretty much it. This is the tool. It's pretty simple and I think straightforward. If you want if you have any questions, if you want to discuss anything, please let me know. I'm at your disposal.